Sounds like nonsense.
Nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
Now that sounds like nonsense.
That sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
You know what
to
that
me.
sounds like?
Sounds like
like nonsense.
nonsense.
That sounds like
Sounds like
nonsense.
nonsense.
Sounds like
Is this what it's
nonsense.
gonna sound like?
Sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
No.
Sounds like nonsense.
It's nonsensical.
And it sounds like this.
Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Yo,
Happy
yo.
Sunday.
Good morning or good afternoon.
What's going on, Jeff?
Sunday afternoon in Raleigh. Humidity has come into season.
Okay. Yeah, it's windy as fuck out here right now.
And hot as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was hot last week, but I mean, right now it's just the wind is brutal. And I don't even get allergies that bad, but I had a few sneezing fits. Like, just can't. It's in your eyes, and you keep rubbing your eyes, and you can't fucking get it.
Yeah.
You know?
That helps. I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah. Hey, we're Sounds Like Nonsense Podcast, everybody. I'm Jeb, your host. On the number 2s is Mr. Will Ridge.
Hello, everybody.
Got my beautiful wife, Courtney Sportney, sitting right next to me.
Hello.
And out in Raleigh, we have Mr. Jeffrey, last but not least. How's it? Did you guys get a good breakfast in? We were kind of starting to discuss that Courtney ate a quarter of an egg this morning.
I don't like eggs that much.
Yeah.
And we also revisited the fact that Will doesn't like eggs.
He does not either.
Not a fan.
I am not a fan of eggs, no.
What is your breakfast of choice, Will?
You know, I was thinking, and I don't know if you are saying that because I look like a giant and I'm overweight and I eat children for breakfast. And like I said,
I think you're a cantaloupe guy.
Or
Do
a
you
fat
put all
joke.
this judgment into every conversation that
I
you
feel
have?
like
when
he does.
when it comes to breakfast, yes. When it comes to breakfast.
No, when it comes to everything. Listen, we were literally just talking about what we were having for breakfast. That is why he asked you the question.
Yeah. And you didn't
Let's just make
answer.
a conversation.
I know.
Um,
Take it easy.
Pancakes? I mean, pick something. Oatmeal? Do you eat breakfast?
Let's go back to the you were thinking on it.
Toast. Toast.
What sounds like nonsense, everyone?
Yeah. Holy crap. Okay, well, each week we're going to feature music and stories from artists you've probably never heard of, and hopefully we're going to find our new bands together. We got some good bands on this week. Courtney, let's do it. Tell them.
So this week we have No Divide. They are a 4-piece Santa Barbara band influenced by punk, thrash, metal, hardcore, and rock and roll. They have a new album out called Barely Alive, and for the next month, 100% of the sales will be donated to the Bail Project, Campaign Zero, and Black Lives Matter. So definitely check that out. We've purchased this week as well. Plot is the next band, and they are a 4-piece California Central Coast punk band since 1995, and they describe their music. Sometimes it's hard for me to say, whatever. They describe their music as, our music is pretty straightforward and diverse at the same time. We have always
That's
been
not so hard to say.
driven by the problems and frustrations of day-to-day life, and we all have different influences which reflects in our songs. But from my viewpoint, it's weird to say that. Like, that was their description of their music, so sometimes that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then the last band is Fishing for Chips, which is your fresh breath of pop punk. They are a 4-piece San Diego punk band. And we're going to talk to them a little bit later, so they'll give us a little bit more about what they have coming out. But those are the bands on the podcast.
Yeah, and then we're going to interview Mitch McSteamy from Fishing for Chips after we play their song Uh-Oh Spaghettios. And then a little bit later, after that, we're going to do a double interview this time. We're going to have Gabe from Santa Barbara Music Scene and possibly his friend Buddy. And maybe we can get some trivia going with them and see what Buddy's favorite joke is. So, yeah, we got a stacked lineup again. How was everyone's week? We saw the UFC last night. That was rad.
I bet it was.
Yeah, you missed it.
I did miss it.
Yeah.
I was in a...
The 25-foot octagon produces a lot more finishes, and it's exciting.
Yeah. Well, it's weird without the crowd a little bit, huh?
It's definitely weird.
Like when it's the fight, I liked it better because you can hear the smacks and the hits and you can hear the corners talking, which is cool. But it's hard to get hype, you know. And they're like fighting, and you're like, well, it's kind of lost without people losing their shit.
Yeah. I would have.
Yeah, both have advantages. If I had to choose, I would take the crowd because I do like the little extra hype, even though it washes away some of the things that I like the best about it. But
It's fun. You get the energy. You feed off the
Yeah.
energy from
Well,
the
but
crowd.
you hear the slaps a whole lot more too. Like
yeah,
you hear the
it
hits.
makes it a lot more real.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it's badass.
Was there also men fighting? It wasn't just all female, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was
It was
all guys.
preliminary until the main fight was
Yeah,
the.
Amanda Nunes.
And who was her
It was-
opponent?
Felicia,
yeah.
some
Oh, I
Spencer.
cannot.
Spencer.
Oh, there we
yes,
go. Yeah.
It was close.
And was it a good fight?
She got her ass whooped.
But
Bye, Felicia.
she stood in there the whole time. I felt like it was her goal to stay in until the end, and she accomplished that goal, man.
So no
She-
It was
knockout.
like Rocky.
Yes, that's what Jeb kept saying.
Yeah, I was like, it's the Rocky fight. She just needed to get through the whole thing and prove herself. She's only had 8 fights, 8 wins, 1 loss, and 9 fights total against Nunez, who was 19 wins or something. I don't know her exact. I never take notes. But yeah, it was impressive to see her just take that ass whooping. And she had the chance right at the end to bow out, and she said, "Nah, I'll do the last 30 seconds." And
Jeez.
took
She
some
did
more
it.
lumps. I think she threw a couple more hits though too. So I don't know. It's pretty gnarly. I like how the girls are taking over right now in the UFC. That's who's she gonna fight now? Jeff
Amanda.
would know.
She's clear. She has cleared it all out. She is, as they said many times, probably the greatest women's champion of all time. Arguably one of the best just UFC fighters of all times. Just as far as just dominant, because she just finishes people or she just beats them like a drum. So
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
fun.
And she
That's your
smiles
thing.
the
Check
whole
her
time.
out. Yeah, that was creepy looking the way she was. Looked like she was smiling during the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, how terrifying!
She
that
picked her
must
up by one leg at a point and just slammed her down on the ground. Bah! Get down there. I lost my shit on that. I was laughing so hard.
Oh man.
She threw a kick and she's like, "Not today. Not today."
I'll take that over getting hit by her right hand any day.
Yeah,
Pick me up on my
yeah.
leg and throw me around, but don't hit me, please, Amanda.
Yeah.
I was also surprised that everybody like was hugging afterwards, and like, cause I came in at the Connor, whatever his last name is,
McGregor.
and it just was so like it just seemed like they really were fighting in real life, but like after all the fights, everybody was like, you know, being really supportive of one another.
It's a
like,
show though.
Yeah,
They're putting on a show.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Connor started making it into a show, which has made them a lot more money, so that's cool. But yeah, there's also the element of the sportsmanship, and for some people, they get totally turned off by the idea of just it being a really violent sport, which it is. It's also an art, and when they embrace afterwards and say congratulations,
Yeah.
it
I like
really
that.
cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's two people putting everything on the line. I do not.
I couldn't
think
imagine
close
stepping
to the
into the
guts to
ring.
get in there.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
The stress. I get stressed coming in here to talk to you guys.
Me too.
right.
You know what I mean? Fuck. If I had to come in here and fight all of you.
That would be.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So what else is new? Anything else going on with you guys?
So I'll do a little high-low from the week. So my high was I got the kitten call. I do kitten fosters, so I got a set of 2 4-week-old kittens that I will foster probably for the next 4 weeks. And then the low is I guess getting called a douchebag on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
My-
that was special.
Someone that
Hey,
was
sorry
fun.
about that.
You're not
Yeah.
even on Facebook.
It just is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Courtney, how many kittens have you
2.
rescued? No, how
Uh,
many in your total?
So last year was my first year doing it. I think
Came out strong.
27.
You're rookie of the year.
27.
I think 27 now.
Dude.
Like total with the mama cats and the babies and stuff.
If we had an applause button, we would be pushing.
I
it
just
now.
can't do more than 4 at a time anymore. Last year I had a litter of 7 that I was bottle feeding, and that was just
And one of them died.
One of them died. It was just
Yeah.
I just can't do that much
It's
anymore.
hardcore, dude.
Yeah.
These are these are cool this time. I don't typically enjoy it because I'm a cold bastard. But no, they're at the age. She got them at the age where they're cute, they're curious, and they talk to you, and they just want to play and check everything out. So that's
Do you have
cool.
to breastfeed? Not
Yeah, she breastfeeds them.
No. But
Do you have
I
to breast? God damn it! Do you have to feed them with milk?
But no,
From the breast will.
These I do not, but I have done the bottle where it's like a syringe
Okay.
with a nipple at it, and yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Are they at the hopping sideways
Oh
stage?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Can you get some video of that?
I will
for me,
try.
please?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, That'll get me a joy cry. I can watch that stuff. I just found. Oh, wait a second! I just found a. I'll have to share it with us all next week. I just found a new site on channel on YouTube by accident.
Okay.
I'll update you
Okay.
next week with it.
All right, because I actually have that brings me, it's a nice segue into I found your new favorite show, and I wonder if you know of it.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Holy Moly, Jeff?
No.
Holy shit, you are gonna lose
No,
your
I thought
fucking
you
mind.
said it's holy moly.
Holy moly. Yes. Yeah, holy shit, holy moly.
Mm.
So what this is, it's putt-putt golfing. Have you seen this, Will?
No, no, I haven't.
I think it's on the ABC, CBS
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
ABC.
And it's third season. You do know of it.
Rob-
No. I think I just saw a commercial for it, and I thought it was like its first season of it. So,
Yeah,
okay.
I had never heard of it either. Our friend Laurie turned us on to it. She's like, I was dying, belly laughing. It's putt-putt golf.
I think you spit something out at one point.
I think I
like-
did, yeah. So it's putt-putt golf, and it's just the most insane putt-putt golf you can think of. But then when you go from one side of the... Okay, now hold on.
No.
So this is where it gets like just ridiculous. So you do your putt, and then you have to do a challenge like Wipeout.
It's
Nice.
Wipeout mixed with putt-putt golfing.
It
I
is-
know that you're going to love it.
It is
Big-
beyond ridiculous. They're like, oh, nice putt. Now let's see if she can hang glide over this galley of fucking alligators. Dude, the first one we saw, they're sitting there trying to do their first putt, and they're in a fire suit, and they're blowing flames out of dragons, and they're on fucking fire.
While
Well,
they're-
Wow.
they have this little cape on the back, and it's
What
on
is
fire.
this on?
I don't know. It's
I
holy
think,
moly. You
I
can
think
find
we
it.
saw it on Hulu, but I think it's on ABC.
Holy shit. You got to watch that and check back in. You are going to
Yes.
love it.
There are
Big
two announcers
question.
that are funny announcers or something.
Yeah, it's Rob Riggle is one of the announcers,
Right.
and I don't know who the other guy
Perfect.
is. Yeah, oh, he nails it. It's so fucking good.
I always mess up holy and holly, and now we have moly. 1L across the board.
I don't know.
I
I'm
think it's
terrible
holy,
at spelling.
just regular, and then MOLEY. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
how do you spell holy? Is what I was asking.
HOLY.
really. Okay, yeah. So 1L. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Thank you. And new show. Noted. Yes, I
It's-
will report back with the
Yes.
cat YouTube channel and a review of probably everything I can find.
Yeah.
Holy moly related.
And then, Will, you went out on the boat again this week, huh?
Yes, I did. Caught 2 fish. Had a wonderful time. It was beautiful.
Yeah. We're gonna make a regular thing out of this now.
No, it was just the perfect weather to do so, and it was just get out on the lake when it's nobody out there, and it was perfect actually.
I heard
It was
it's
glass.
packed right now out there.
Oh, they
It's
sold
like
out.
first weekend of summer.
Yeah, they sold out this weekend. But
Of
anyways,
campsites. Is that
all
what
the
you
campsites are all sold out.
mean? Yeah, it's fucking wild out there.
But yeah, had
Yeah.
a good time. Caught 2 fish.
Cool. We rented a boat too. We're going to Shasta Lake.
You are?
Yeah, we got a houseboat.
No.
Yeah, in July.
Oh wow, you guys are gonna have so much
It's
fun.
gonna be really fun. We went up there a couple years ago and did the cave tour thing and saw the houseboats, and we're like, we got to come back and do this.
That's gonna be fun.
We're going with like a group
Nice.
of people. So
We got
it'll
the
be nice.
biggest one that they have, so we have a bunch of people going to go with us, and maybe hit some whitewater rafting too.
Wow.
Which brings me.
Is
to-
Riley going?
He is going to
Yeah.
go. Bring a friend. I don't know who he's going to bring, but also, we're going to try to hit some whitewater rafting again while we're up there, which is really great, and brings me to my 40th birthday. I've decided
Oh,
just to go to
Dun, dun,
Hawaii.
dun.
Just to go to Hawaii. I think the whitewater rafting,
That's all.
just slum it in Hawaii.
Right.
A buddy of mine was like, with Hawaii, you have so many more choices. You're not stuck just doing this one activity the whole time. And I don't think it's quite as expensive. So that's it. You guys heard it first. Breaking news.
Wow, fantastic! And that's what you wanted to do, anyways, for the longest time on your 40th. You know?
Yeah, I've been saying it. We go spearfishing, that kind of stuff. I like to do that.
Yeah, that's your deal.
But then you can go out to a restaurant if you want, or
Sure.
the bar. You can still do the hikes and see what, you know what I mean? You can do more things than just being
Right.
on the
Did
boat.
you say Maui or just Hawaii?
I think we're going to try to
Hawaii.
hit 2 islands, but I'm so ignorant to everything over there. I've never been. I don't know where the cool places are, so I'm relying on you and Bison. And
Yeah, because there's specific islands for specific things, right? Like if you want to do hiking and stuff, there's
Maui has the big volcano,
okay.
the Hakalukalakalii thing that snows up on it. And I don't know, I made that up. It's a big volcano and it
No, I
snows there.
figured that. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, no.
It does snow.
And the big thing is getting up at dawn. No, getting up at 4 to go up there to watch dawn. and then bicycle all down the mountain.
Oh,
that'd be
that's
fun.
really cool.
I'd do that.
So,
I found a video of Will when he was younger.
oh, come on.
I did.
Where?
It was on YouTube.
No.
Talking about your dreams.
Oh, this is a joke.
This is no. This is you. And we can post this later, but you guys, I think you'll enjoy just the audio anyway.
What?
Here we go.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
I had seen that video a long time ago, and it popped back up, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is." Have you ever? Did you have a? Have you ever have it?
That's me.
I love it.
I
man.
feel the same way. There are times where I'm like, I cannot say words.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, no, that kid is adorable. You were a cute kid. I don't know what happened.
Tell me. Hey, so that was a real kid?
Yeah, it's a real kid.
That
It's
wasn't
on
just
YouTube.
going over and over and
No, that's
over
it.
and over.
No, that's him. He just can't get the words out. Yeah,
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's cool, and that's a real voice.
yeah, that's him. Yeah,
Wow.
he's adorable.
He's gonna
It's
make-
an old video. I've seen it a bunch, but it felt good to play here. And then maybe next week we're gonna work on Will's classical corner. What do you guys think about that?
I like it.
Oh yeah.
What would that be?
I think we need to discuss a little bit what it would be. Well,
A
What's the idea?
A little poetry, a little Rembrandt talking, lots of tea. Again, talking about Mozart's song about "Lick My Ass." Classical stuff.
yeah.
That's real, by the way. And I don't know what makes you guys think I should do classical, but I'm willing to.
Well,
Because you
you
like-
collect first edition books. You enjoy
do.
going to museums.
I do.
And reading, and you listen to classical music.
What a dork I sound like. I
No.
sound like a fucking idiot.
Well, that's why
No.
you're wearing those sunglasses inside to
So
counterbalance.
Will's culture corner.
Yeah.
Like who?
Ooh, culture corner.
I like that.
Oh God,
Culture corner with Will.
who would want that?
I want to hear you.
I want to hear
no.
it.
I want to hear you read poetry.
We're not reading poetry.
Have you?
You
have
just
you?
said poetry.
Have you ever read my favorite poem?
Fuck that. I don't know if we're gonna do culture or counterculture or classical. I think we should just. We'll pick a story and read it out of a.
I'm just to mix up the paranormal segment a little bit. So not every week's paranormal. Maybe we just sprinkle in some culture.
Well, we'll see.
I think it would be funny. We
All
can
right,
go
well-
over it this week on our own and
All right.
work it out. Because I have some ideas for some theme music for you.
Okay. I'm
already.
gonna need a pipe then.
Yep.
I'm gonna need a little spectacle glasses.
Yep.
I'm gonna need a pocket watch. I don't know why. I'm gonna need a cursive pen.
You should,
A
don't you
cursive
have
pen?
these things already?
I meant to say a calligraphy pen.
Yep.
And like a whole bunch of just. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Go
Sorry.
on.
No,
Good,
I'm
just
sorry.
email us your writer, Will.
You got it.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about, or we have some retractions, revisions? Anybody from last week that we?
I have a revision.
Okay.
I made a mental note last week when you said you weren't sure what Justice from Slow Children was up to.
Yeah, I didn't look into it.
Yeah, so he actually is doing his own music just under his name. So it's Justice Prophet. So you can find him on Facebook and find about all his music.
Yeah.
there.
It's hard to keep up. These guys have like 15 bands.
But
you
he
know.
stayed at our house a
Somewhat
couple
recently.
years ago, I
Yeah.
guess. And I don't know that he's still with the same players, but he's still doing his own.
Yeah. Right. And then I have a little bit of a revision. It's actually a revision for Courtney.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, thank you.
The painting that she did last week,
Oh, yeah.
I think that she needs to revise it, if you will, every week with whatever paranormal creature that we're talking about. She should paint it in there.
Oh, she should put a cursive pin in there.
Oh,
Yeah, she should. A cursive pen would be perfect.
okay.
Yeah, so
Well-
put in a little gremlin, a fucking nightcrawler,
Yeah.
stalker, whatever.
I'll do my best, man.
Well,
Courtney sent out a new piece of work this week.
which is amazing.
You
Which-
haven't even seen the new.
She's got
Didn't
one
I
that's worse.
see? Well, this was a lighthouse, but wasn't Bigfoot added to that as well?
It was, that one was fine, but then I
like that.
I did a painting the next day that was like a 2-year-old did it, and Bigfoot couldn't save it.
There's a lot of Bigfoot paintings going on right now. Everyone that sucks, there's only one way to fix it: Bigfoot.
But he couldn't even fix this.
You'll see. I'll show you.
It's dog shit. Yeah, this one's not good.
It's bad.
Her mom's isn't very good either.
It's
Sorry,
not.
Wendy.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
she's not listening.
So
Yeah.
that's it, Jeb and Courtney. Are you sure you don't have something else?
Oh, one more thing. So
yeah, there we go. Thank you.
I don't know. It's the same one.
Yeah, Jeff's got something good up his sleeve.
Yeah. Okay, real quick. Just so last week I was like, I'm not sure if that was the Do Better Be Better. I heard somebody say it today in the same circles that I originally heard it. And then I asked them, I was in a live and I was like, hey, where is that from? And it was the Maya Angelou quote. That it's just an abbreviated format of it. But that is the original author of that quote. So I was really happy that somebody said it exactly the same way I heard it. And I was like, what is that? So.
Well, okay, Jeff, let's hear it. I know you got something good.
That is a fine clarification.
That was
which
good. That was cute,
both
too.
of you failed to mention, which I'll forgive you once you seek it. When referencing Courtney and the Heathens last week, there was a failure to mention originally named Delicious J and the Family Kennel.
Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
that is what you wanted, but we never agreed on that.
When it was me, Johnny Three Beans, and you, that was our working title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny Three Beans.
Yes.
Jesus, this poor guy.
He doesn't
met
even
you
know.
guys,
He
met
does-
you
he
guys
has
one
no
time,
idea.
and you talk about him for a fucking decade.
I know. We name him in the song. Like, there's so many things. But no. Also, on a vision on that one that I forgot about is that okay, but listen, at the Old Man Merkley show, that was the first time that we were like, we're gonna start this band, you and I. That's what it was. But I had met you before, so anyways.
When you'd walked out of there, you said, "That's the kind of band I would want to be in."
Right.
And I said, "I'll be in the band." And then we quickly determined that I did not have a skill set that really would include me in any band other than the one I was barely in. But then I figured out a washboard I might be able to learn how to play that.
I just saw a
Which is
picture.
questionable too.
I just saw a picture from Sarah that with you and the washboard. I think it was the 90 show we played.
Yeah, that was a great photo.
With you in the bee
There's
suit.
7 of us. Yeah.
When you left me out on stage to do the tap dance routine for a lot longer than I thought we'd agreed to. Yeah, which I totally appreciated. I really did. I'm like, I get it. Damn it. I'm on the wrong side of the joke, but it's funny.
Yeah. All right, hey you guys, it's good to catch up. We're gonna play No Divide. You guys, their album just came out on Friday, so you guys are getting fresh.
100% of the proceeds going to support some really good causes.
That's right.
Cool, let's check it out.
What's their name again?
Yo, that was No Divide. I'm glad you asked. That was Carly, Jason, Jake, and Kelly. I've been hearing these guys play for a long time. We were in the same studio building, so I've heard it all the way through. I'm pretty sure this is their first full album, so it's really cool that these guys were finally able to get it out, especially with the
Nice.
quarantine.
Congratulations,
yeah,
guys.
dude.
Yeah.
It sounded really good. I've been seeing these guys in all incantations of bands throughout Santa Barbara for years, so I'm glad that this one's going really well. They've been doing it for a while now, so keep it up. You guys go check it out for sure. It's on Bandcamp, and I'm sure they'll have it everywhere else pretty soon.
Nice heavy sound.
Yeah, killing it.
If I had to run through a wall, that song might help me get me there.
Yeah, fuck yeah. If you're breaking some
just
shit,
had a nice good drive to it. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
need to break something,
if you're in
check
construction,
out some No Divide.
get some,
Oh,
you're doing some
yeah.
demolition on the
Yeah.
jackhammer. I can't even imagine. I'd
Is
be
that-
so pissed by the end of the day.
What is that you call a hype song or something? Like where you like put a song on to get you amped up or whatever?
Okay, Boomer, let's take it easy.
I don't know.
That's what you kids call them, hype songs.
Wow.
Which brings us to you this week.
Oh,
You get-
shoot.
Oh man, you have your notes ready?
Yeah, I do.
Because you know what it's time for.
Okay.
Sport News segment.
Okay, so we are continuing on through the Strengths Finders, and today is Will's Strengths Finders.
Oh.
Turn
And
up the volume.
the
Oh.
interesting thing about this is that Will and I match on 3 strengths.
Holy shit.
Isn't that crazy?
That is wild, huh? 3 out of 5.
I was kind of
Have
blown
any
away.
white in my mustache?
No, it's semen is more clear in color. You're
Oh.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it just looks like gel.
So, anyways, here we go. Context. People who are especially talented in context enjoy thinking about the past. They understand the present by researching its history.
Ah, brings it back to the culture corner. See?
Good evening.
Okay, adaptability is the next one. People who are especially talented in adaptability prefer to go with the flow. They tend to be now people who take things as they come and discover the future one day at a time.
So this is what we have in common?
I haven't said what we have in
excuse
common.
me.
Yeah, but that's almost contradictory to the other one, isn't it? Like he's living for the moment and just looking for the future, and the other one says he learns what to do off of
History. No, that doesn't say future. It just says they're now people who take things as they come and discover the future one day at a time.
Yeah, I think it contradicted itself, but go ahead.
The next one is harmony. People who are especially talented in the harmony theme look for consensus. They don't enjoy conflict. Rather, they seek areas of agreement.
Okay, and that's something that you have in common with him then.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay.
Developer. People who are especially talented in the developer theme recognize and cultivate the potential in others. They spot the signs of each small improvement and derive satisfaction from these improvements from other people.
I would say that's true for Will.
Really?
I know, because
You want people to be happy. You always like to take the spotlight off of yourself and put it on other people.
Oh.
and you really enjoy like watching somebody grow in like a path that
Yeah.
they're going for.
What doctor is this again that's telling everyone what they're feeling again? What's his
I don't
name?
like this witchcraft.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay, and then input. People who are especially talented in the input theme have a craving to know more. Often, they like to collect and archive all kinds of information.
You should see. That's true. You
yeah.
should see my car. It's all books all the way up to the top.
Yeah. Your new one already?
Oh, it's destroyed.
Yeah, I
Books,
can't-
books, books, books. Not like I like books. It's just for some weird reason I go, that is a book about apes, and I know I need it because there's information. It's Joan Goodall. Fuck it. She's a doctor. She's hot. Get it in my book. Let's
Jane.
get in Jane Goodall.
Yeah.
You know, chimpanzees or whatever. And my point is, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but that is true. You should see my truck.
Yeah.
Go on. So
That's
there-
it.
That's it.
That's your 5 strings.
So the last 3 were what you both had in common. Oh, you don't want to say because she's got
guess-
her thing next
well,
week. Oh,
I
well,
mean-
I guess we can wait.
we can
'cause-
wait.
Will, how do you feel about those?
I'm good with the last one because I collect a lot of information.
What you didn't think the other ones got you?
No,
Okay, so here I'm going to tell you where you're wrong. This I believe
I'm
that
going to tell you what you will feel like right now.
No, I'm going to tell you where you're wrong that you don't realize and
Okay.
recognize. Because you called Jeb last week, and remember when I said, "Oh, that's Will's strength."
No, I don't remember.
Oh, God, You guys and your memories, it's really annoying.
This is going well for you.
I like how she swapped drinking with memories. That's nice. That was polite.
Okay. Anyways, but no, you called him and you were specifically like, "Oh, dude, you should do this." Like you have ideas for where people can thrive and develop, and you're like, you should totally do this. I think you would do really well in that.
But I knew he was going to be terrible, and I just wanted him to fall in his face.
Okay.
Okay. Like, you don't have to be
Settle
tough.
down.
We cried in here last week. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I think.
It's okay to be vulnerable, Will.
All right, fine. You got it.
Even with mustache wax on.
Yeah.
What do you think is in there? Little cappuccino foam?
No, I was putting this glue in there. Non-toxic school glue. You know?
Did you really do that?
That's Gorilla
did.
Glue.
I saw
That's
you
not,
playing with it. That's Gorilla Glue,
It's
bud.
Gorilla Glue. I know.
That's not.
But did you bring
It's
it
not toxic.
specifically to put in your thing?
I brought it to put in my mustache.
Is it? What, did you hear that somewhere?
No, but I figured it's glue, and if a gorilla promotes it, it's got to be good.
Okay. Well, how's it working?
I don't know. Is there any white in my mustache?
I can't see it from here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't
Non-toxic.
think-
You'll
Did
be
you
safe.
want it to be white?
I don't want it to be white.
Okay.
I want it to be strong, like gorilla.
Okay. I can't believe this is
This
actually
went sideways. I don't know how this happened. Anyways, those were Will's strengths.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
So we had briefly touched on saying the slowly story, and I was trying to decide this morning whether to do it or not. I feel like maybe not.
Okay.
Moving
Good.
on.
Okay. So I think
It'll come up naturally at some point.
yeah, I just I was like, how am I going to describe this without being mean? And I'm mean enough, so I didn't think it was.
Could you give us a synopsis?
No.
Is this slowly about a handicapped
It's
person?
an exaggeration of it. It's like how a lot of things come up. You're exaggerating the way a friend talks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess
And
No.
then when you mix in booze, it becomes a thing over a weekend, and then it's just part
It's-
of your
it's-
regular vocabulary.
it's lore now. Yeah, I say slowly probably 100 times a week because of it. But we'll skip it. We'll let it go. Was there anything else that you wanted to add? I mean, for the segment, I guess. Well, how are we going to do yours next week, Courtney?
I will text it to you guys, and
Are
you
the
guys.
three of us going to do it? It seems like something Jeff should do.
If
Jeff
you
will do
lead
it.
us,
Jeff
we'll have
will do it.
Will lead us on that. You have the deep understanding of the doctor. And Jeb
I
really
could
likes
also
you
read
reading
it.
things.
I could also read my own, you guys. Like that. I don't. I
That
don't
would be
care.
good, 'cause I like
because
your
then
voice.
because then I could tell you where we're very similar because there's three strengths. I just was highly surprised that that our strengths were so similar, and that we only had two that weren't.
That's exactly why Will should be reading it.
Okay.
I like you too, Courtney. You're a good kid.
Well, wait, I wasn't. That wasn't mean.
No, I'm saying this is great.
Okay.
You're mortified, probably going. I can't believe how many.
No, I just we're so
Coincidence.
different in so many ways that
Did you have any with Jeb or Jeff?
no.
Wow.
But me and Jeff had two that were similar.
Right.
And I think they were right.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Well, all right. Well, then next week, I guess we'll see how it goes. And I don't know. We'll fucking figure it out. We'll stumble through it like
Yeah.
most things.
Freeze, motherfucker! Fuck that cop! Silent bullshit! Fucking pull you for the hell I did! They're just waiting for you to slip! Give me the green light to track the whip! They got me running now, they got me running! The wrong guy! They got me running now, they got me running! The wrong guy!
that was Criminal by Plot. And so just so that you guys know, sometimes we get to pick and sometimes we ask the band if they want to pick. And so this week, Plot wanted to play Criminal.
Yeah, I heard that they had a big discussion. They couldn't figure out which one to play and argued about it, so that's cool.
But at the end of the day, it like for us, like we want to promote whatever you guys want to promote, but you know,
it doesn't matter to us.
If given the choice, like, you know, we're gonna pick the one that we've listened to and we're like, hey, that's cool.
And we've been sending out a form now too for people just to answer some basic things. So bands, as you're signing up, feel free to put in as much or as little of that as you want. But the more that you put in, the more that we can help promote you guys.
Right, and the more information that we have to talk about you, that you know, and give interesting information.
Yeah, we want your paranormal stories and that kind of stuff too. But anyways, that was Plot. Once again, you guys go check them out. They're on Spotify, etc. They've been around for a really long time. A good friend of mine, Dave, plays drums in that band. He used to be the original drummer of Courtney and the Heathens, as a matter of fact. And so him and Jeff and Courtney all played together once upon a time. But I've known the other guy.
And Jeb.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I just forget that I was kind of in that band. Yeah, anyways, guys, check out Plot. They're always playing around. I think they're working on some new music, or they were at least
Yeah,
before
I
the
think they
quarantine
are.
hit. So definitely go
And
out there.
before the drummer broke his hand.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Dave fucked himself up skateboarding. So he hasn't even. I think it's been like 8 weeks now or something. He like broke every finger in his right hand.
Oh.
Just hyperextended them all, smashed them all back flat.
Dang.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's our age.
He's our age, like 38, 9, something like that.
Yeah. Do you watch that? Or there was a commercial with the Twizzlers, and I love it. It's so funny. He's daydreaming out into the woods, and he's eating a Twister, and he goes, "Am I too old to start skateboarding?" And he's clearly 40. He's 45, 48, has kids, you know, but he's just daydreaming on, "Am I too old to start skateboarding?" I love it. I
You're
think it's
never
hot.
too old. Hey, have you seen the lady? Like, she's started skating at like 65 or something like that. Have you seen that?
No, I
It's so cool.
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
Oh, I'll find it.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? This is kind of a nice time to talk about it. Next week, we have Ian from the Adolescents coming on to talk with Mike Taylor from Powell Skateboards and everyone's mutual friend Todd. They're going to be in studio for our first in-studio guests, and we're going to talk about skateboarding and punk rock and really kind of get in. I can't imagine how long that's going to go with Mike Taylor talking about skateboarding.
That's going to be a while.
You're opening up a whole fucking can of worms with that. So,
But it's going to be fun.
Oh,
he's
for
got
sure.
the best stories, man. So
Oh.
it'll be.
His stories are.
We're gonna have to write down a list of the stories that we can remember.
Yeah.
Maybe we can enlist Laurie to help us out.
Okay, yeah.
And he's a hugger, and I like that about him.
I don't like hugging, but that's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
But not right
Jeff's
now.
a hugger too.
But we're not hugging now.
When given the opportunity, yes.
Yes. Okay. Hey, you know what time it is, right?
Yes.
Oh, welcome to my paranormal segment. Good afternoon, everybody. It's me again at the paranormal segment of the show. It's Will. Anyways, I would like to tell you let's talk about the Yeti Abominable Snowman. We know that it doesn't exist. We're going to move on. I have a story for you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Wait a moment.
Wait, that
Well,
was
Yeti, Abominable Snow, we got it. We've seen it. We've heard it. We all know about it. Doesn't exist.
Well,
I got a story
I
for
don't-
you.
okay. Let's
Are
hear
we
this.
all in agreement that it doesn't exist?
I'm not.
All right. Give me two examples that you think it did exist.
Two.
Two.
Gigantopithecus. That was from over there where it's cold.
All the sightings.
Wow.
I
Dr.
don't-
Jeb.
I know. I don't know the museum. I'll fucking look.
All right. Fine. How about from you, Jeff? One little thing that says that he's alive.
All the sightings.
All the sightings.
All of the sightings.
Okay.
All right.
Well, he exists, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I got a story for you. No, it's not even that interesting, but I'm going to take my time to go ahead and...
Yes, tell us
and
the
let's-
story.
It's, I'll be real quick, because, I mean, come on. No one wants to... Okay, so anyways, here we go. You guys were enjoying yourselves, having a wonderful, lovely barbecue, and I'm so happy you got to watch the fights and everything. At the same time, I was evacuating from a fire from my house.
Oh fuck! I forgot to even ask
And
you
it
about
was
that.
honestly kind of
You texted me
intense.
last
It
night.
was pretty scary, there was so much smoke everywhere, and cops coming up. You need to get out of your house now! And here comes the airplane, brrr, and it's low and it's rumbling the house. and it just blows all the red shit all over the place. And
Did they do that?
Did they do
shit.
that?
right
Your
over
house?
me, and I'm, I'm going. We gotta get out of the house. I'm pretty cool, believe it or not. Stacy's freaking out.
Sounds like it.
She has a huge suitcase, and she's putting her clothes in it. And she's putting her makeup in it. I said, lady, you got to go. We got to go right now. No, I'm not going to. I said, we can get clothes at Walmart. I don't wear Walmart clothes.
Oh, my
She's
God.
stuffing it in, and I'm going, this is crazy. And it's not just a small little bag. Like, I said, there's rescue mission if we get burned down. Right. Anyways, I calmly walk outside. The officer's yelling at me. And here I realize, here's the things I had. I had disinfectant wipes. I had my dog's skull. And I had a coffee mug.
Wait, your dog's skull?
Yeah, I had my dog's skull, or one. I don't even know why I had it. Like, out of all the things to grab, some wipes.
Okay, wait. So at first I was like, did you name your dog Skull? And
I
then I'm like,
know.
wait a minute. No, that's not what he's saying.
So you kept your dog's...
Oh yeah, no,
You could have just drank out of the skull and left the coffee mug. I don't know.
long time
know.
ago, my brother made a motorcycle track. He went through the graveyard of my dog we buried, and the skull came up, and I took it. So I kept it for the rest of my life, and I don't know why. Out of everything I took was coffee, dead dog skull, disinfection wipes.
Yeah, I can't believe that I forgot to ask you about it. And why didn't you say that in our weekly catch up in the beginning too? Where did you stay last night?
I evacuated, and then I had the parrots in my truck.
Will,
And
was your house on fire? Was the area around
the
your
house
on fire?
around-
We're missing a little context.
Well, yeah, Jeff is missing.
I'm thankful that you're here, so that's a good thing. So now let me at least get some idea of what happened.
around us, we live out in the outsides of town where it's a little bit more rural. Around us, there was a big fire coming, and it was coming in really close to where you could hear the actual airplanes rumbling the house, and red disinfected. No, red.
And like I
Yeah,
said,
the-
it was
the flame
windy.
retardant.
It was so fucking windy yesterday.
And it was windy, so the cops are coming, and they're freaking out, telling me to get the F out of there and leave whatever you have. And I left with a coffee cup and a dead dog skull
No, you know what's.
And disinfection.
and disinfection.
I like how you say you're so cool and calm and collected, because I have a butt dial from you,
Oh, you
voicemail
do?
of you and Stacy yelling at each other packing the car.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh my God! Was there a lot of F words, huh?
What the fuck is that?
Oh God!
Don't tell me that. It was in the
And-
background.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Don't worry, it's only about 10 minutes long.
I think I realized that. So, anyways, I got out, and once I got out, I had the parrots and the cat, and the parrots are freaking out, and one of the parrots is named Oscar, and the way he freaks out is he repeats himself. So he goes, Will? I go, yeah, Oscar, and he goes, how you doing? And here I am driving down the road, and he goes, Will, yeah, how you doing? Will, yeah, how you doing? Will, yeah, how you doing?
Right.
And I'm freaking out because now I can't handle it. So I decided to go ahead and just say, fuck it. Let's just go back home. Let's go back inside. If it burns, we all go down. I'm
Wow.
joking. They lifted the evacuation because it was put out, and
It
I
was
was
pretty
able to turn around and go back. And
Wow.
It came on fast and left quickly, too, though.
came on fast, left quickly. I just happened to have all this birds and dead stuff, and disinfection, all that shit. That's
And
all.
your lady and your dog.
Oh, and the dogs. I forgot about them. They came. Yeah. So that's my segment. Thank you.
Wow.
Whoa. Well, but Yetis, huh?
Oh, we're back to them. Yes.
Well, I don't know. So maybe this week that you don't draw a Yeti in because it's basically Bigfoot, but you draw some flames, Courtney,
I
on
will
the
draw-
backside of your
okay,
mountains
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know?
Anyway, so that was my story of the yesterday.
That's scary.
Wow.
Not
What?
quite as scary as Love is Blind this week.
Mercy.
Just before we take that step,
Uh-huh.
I think for all the other listeners, this is my first time meeting Will, episode 1. But now knowing that you're a bird person, okay.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What
Hold
On
on.
behalf of the audience, bird owners, or it's just a different person owns birds.
What do you think about that, Will? I don't think Will's getting pissed.
That's okay. He's implying that it's not a good person.
No.
No. I've
Oh.
known some great people who've owned birds. I can't think of any bad people who owned birds.
But Will, you said they lived for like 30, 40 years or
Right.
some shit,
It's
right?
a
That's
very
a big
lifelong commitment. Yeah.
It's a miserable commitment. Yes, it is. It's a
Well-
very long time.
I mean, they gotta be easy to take care of.
I inherited all these birds.
Mm.
Every one of my family members died. They were either going to kill it or put it in a fucking parrot estuary. I've kept them, and so these are the ones that I've inherited. Now, trust me, I'm not a bird person. Okay,
But you come from a bird family. is
bird
what I just
family,
learned,
bird
which-
family.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Love is blind.
love is mine.
Yeah.
So we are deep into it. They're in the last days of their time in Mexico. That's kind of how the show starts out with an interesting drunken Jessica. Will, I think you'll remember that.
She is slam drunk,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
she even loses it, kind of when she goes, "You controlling?" You remember?
Oh yeah. See, we watched it kind of early on in the week, so I'm not super fresh on it, but I do remember she
At
does
first
not
she
like that
states
dude.
that she's not jealous of Tank Girl and Barnett, and then Mark tries to bring it back to them, and he's saying, "Hey, I'm really good about us not having sex." When in his confessional privately, he's like, "Yeah, I'm really climbing the walls here. I need to have some sex. I'm Latin." That was his thing, and that's when it flips. When the drunken, she does like a whole head turn thing.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, and I think we've all been there. We've all
Yes.
been on the receiving end of a drunk friend where the page just turns and
Yes.
like,
Mm-hmm.
oh no. So that's what poor Mark got into. They move into the next segment's final conversations as they're preparing to leave Mexico, which they're starting to give us a little more understanding. Or I think the four of us didn't understand much about the show at the beginning. So they're going to leave Mexico and then go live with each other.
Yeah.
They're going to live with each other all in Atlanta.
Which is weird. Okay, yeah, but are they all from Atlanta? That's what I didn't understand.
Oh.
Hang with us. Hang with us.
Okay.
So it's the final conversations. Cam and Lauren, they're great. Tank Girl and Barnett are on a big boat. She gives off just this desperation vibe of like,
She
I
does.
have to marry, like my,
She's
like
scary.
Like
Why is
she
she-
has a dark secret.
Why is she biting him all the time?
I don't know.
They're 26 and 27. That's a great time to be bitten.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Yeah, they're pretty good for each other, but she's scary. She's a stalker.
Yeah.
She's
yeah,
got that
you
stalker
get that
eyes.
vibe.
Yeah.
Mark and Jessica go on a horse ride. He goes in for a kiss and gets a lot of cheek.
Yeah, I noticed
but they're
that
still
too.
but he's still very happy. He feels like he won. Damien, Giannina, they go on a boat ride, and things kind of fall apart when she asks, "What are you thinking?"
Which is super annoying. I don't like that. I don't like, we're penny for your thoughts. Don't worry about it.
That was 100% her fault. He's like, I was thinking I don't want to go back to reality. I like being here. What? Tell me what you mean. I like reality. I don't want to be here. I like being here, I mean.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, tell me what you really mean. I like being here, and I don't want to go back to reality. And she freaked
Another classic argument, just
Yeah.
like the drunken turn. I
Yeah.
think we've all stepped into a conversation where it's like, whatever answer I give, it's not matching up. But towards the end, we figure out her instincts were right.
Right.
Kelly and Ex Machina, again, nobody cares as they celebrate their celibacy, drinking wine.
And you notice. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Nope.
I'm jumping
Jump
ahead.
in.
No, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I'll let you keep going.
Then it starts getting into the last half of it, talking about, that's where Jamien's joblessness comes up,
Right.
because that's what he was concerned about, and he talks about later. So yeah, dude quit his job. He starts crying that he's not sure what he's going to do to be able to provide, and it turns into a very tender moment. But she was kind of right.
kinda
So
right.
she
Was
sensed
right.
it.
Yeah.
She's still annoying about it. But she looked
Yes.
good in that bathing suit. She's a smoke show, that one. Sorry,
Which
Courtney.
was-
Also, like, okay, so I just think that goes kind of back to the point that men and women communicate differently. So
She
You
wanted to
guys can
communicate, and he didn't.
that's right.
Yeah, that seems right.
But that's it's not her fault. Like, you guys are being weird about that.
Because
she was right in the end, as Jeff just said. So, anyways, moving along.
But she could have asked a more directed question, and then it would have been on him to answer it. But yeah, that's part of the interesting social experiment, if anything's interesting, of just seeing how people interact.
Right.
And you're like, oh, I can recognize when I do that. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like. Okay, stop. Because because those are the same results I get. I'm just not on TV looking like a jackass.
Right.
A bunch of people go to a bar, and then Tank Girl and Barnett molest each other. Jessica tries to begin plotting, even though she's not jealous. And but then at the end, her and Mark sit down, and she's no longer going to wear the ring.
Yep, that's done. That should be done. But you notice who didn't come to the bar? It's like that one couple. I don't know their names. They don't go and do the functions.
The scientist. I only remember the scientist.
Cameron. Yeah.
What does she do again? Because I don't remember her.
I think she's social media personality.
Okay.
So they don't go there and get hammered, or at least they didn't.
I know,
in these
they're like
last couple.
They're legit. They're just there to.
They're like, you guys go ahead and get all weird and crazy. We'll be over here.
Will, how many turds do you give this episode?
Not even one.
No shit's given.
No shit's given. Because it wasn't even striking.
I didn't think this episode was. Yeah, the last one I kind of liked a little bit more because there's some drama and stuff. This was just kind of like, okay, I just hate this show.
Slogging along.
I hate it. Next time we pick a show, it's got to be something interesting.
Can we do Holy Moly next?
I don't know. I was thinking about that, but how do you recap it?
I don't know.
Because it's so visual. Those people getting their asses handed to them.
I don't know.
There's a shark
looking
going around
to it already.
Shark going around in the moat, and they have to jump on this shark and ride it to the other side. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Oh wow!
When you get
This
to that,
is Wipeout
when you
West
get to
with
that
miniature
point,
golf.
Yeah, it
when
is.
you get to the point of the shark, Jeff, just imagine me doing one of those things, and then tell me. Yeah, you'll see. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay, well,
I will.
Love is Blind. How many more of these do we have to do?
I don't know. However
we-
many we got to get through.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. All right. Let's start talking about our guest coming up. It's Mitch McSteamy from the band Fishing for Chips. He's gonna call in, Zoom with us a little bit, talk about all the bands that he's interviewed. He does San Diego Punk, I think that's all it's called, and he's interviewed so many people. So it'll be interesting to kind of pick his brain as we are starting to interview people, and maybe we can get some tips, some do's and don'ts, maybe his best and worst interviews. And I was thinking maybe we could do kind of the same thing with Buddy and Gabe when they come on, since they've been doing interviews, and we'll be interviewing the interviewers. Okay, yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and play a song, Fishing for Chips. This is their last album. This song is called Uh-Oh SpaghettiOs. And here we go.
Just left the carbon neutral on top of the seahill. When it starts to go, spaghetti-o. Gonna go back to my room.
All right. That was Fishing for Chips, Uh-Oh Spaghettios. We're going to get Mitch here on the line, but I like that song a lot.
That was a good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It was great.
It's super catchy. All right, let's get this guy on here.
Hello.
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 Mitch.
What's up, dude?
Hello. I know Kevin Johnson, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, you heard me saying that? Yeah.
Most of us do.
Hi, guys.
What's
Hey,
going
how
on?
are you doing?
He's coming in fired up. Stop yelling.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you sound great. You sound like you're happy.
Yeah, where's
Is
your...
it clear? I am. I came back from the drugstore.
Oh,
Nice.
fantastic.
Nice. Look at that hair. That's quarantine hair, I think.
It's quarantine hair. I got a beard going like Jeb now.
Oh, dude, my hair, I don't know if you can see mine, but it is large and in charge, dude.
Oh man.
Yep. I'm
That's
due.
awesome.
I'm
You
due.
got the mane going.
Totally, dude. Oh, fuck. Now I fucked up my hat.
So how's everything going, guys?
Good. How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Good. Just doing quarantine stuff. And I went to a Black Lives Matter downtown protest yesterday in San Diego.
Sweet.
Awesome.
And
How was
that was
that?
a nice 5 mile walk or whatever it was.
But peaceful,
But,
right?
it was good. It was hot, but there was like 7,000 people, and it was
Oh, wow.
completely peaceful and
Good.
and it was cool. It was a lot of music and songs, and I met up with like 5 other local band members from other bands around town, so it was cool.
Fantastic. That's
Killer.
awesome.
Yeah.
No one broke shit? You guys didn't loot the target?
Oh, I mean, we tried, but they didn't let us in.
Oh, bummer,
They
dude.
had it all boarded up. Actually, it was funny. So I'm actually building a guest house with my friend for side money right now,
Yeah.
and we went to Home Depot, and they were literally sold out of plywood.
Oh,
Insane.
What?
Yeah.
Like, how is Home Depot sold out of plywood, bro?
And I in Solvang, we have that too, which is the most peaceful fucking place ever, and someone boarded up their fucking windows. Like,
It was so stupid.
we haven't even had...
No, there was no.
There's not even a protest here.
There's not. No.
no, there
Not
was.
I mean,
Right.
very small. They protested bigger over the building a new hotel than they did
Right.
ever at this. But yeah,
You should
Right, like
protest
the, like the
black
fair
protest.
workers practices people.
well, I missed that.
Oh, I was saying like the fair workers practice people who stand outside the hotel.
Well, no, dude, it's just people like they preserve old Solvang and they don't want to see new stuff being built. Will's mom
Oh,
was
that's
there.
fair. I got you.
How did your mom think about that? Sorry,
Well,
sidebar.
I,
I guess we should talk to Mitch. But
yeah. Hey,
okay,
Mitch.
Fine.
No, you don't have to talk to me. I'm here talking with all you guys. It doesn't matter. We're all here together.
Yeah. So, dude, we played Uh-Oh Spaghettios.
I loved it.
I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah.
So that song, I literally was like, it's too catchy to not do something really catchy in the chorus.
Yeah.
And I did that as a joke, and my whole band,
Nailed it.
we all hate it. But it like literally was so catchy that people are like, oh, dude, that's our favorite song. And now we have to play it every show. We're like, fuck.
That's the way that always
Like-
goes.
The best was when we recorded it. We recorded in a garage with our buddy Jesse, and it was in the winter, and my bassist has got us all these at Target. He got us these matching shark Christmas sweaters, like
Yeah.
with Santa hats.
What?
So all 4 of us are wearing matching Christmas sweaters, going uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Like four grown men, like wasted, singing this, and we have the other guys who are doing vocals after us are just waiting in the room with us, just watching this, like. And they talked so much shit to the producer about us when we left. Like, what the fuck were they recording? Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Like, it's fun to do, but yeah,
Was
it's
it live?
fun.
Was it live when you was it live when you recorded it? Because I heard
yeah.
people. It was live. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Well, we actually did. So we did it semi-live. We did what we did with all the voices. We just had a bunch of friends do gangs all over the room.
Right. Yeah.
So our producers' kids got on there, so you hear some kids in the background, which is cool to have.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool.
We always
Yeah.
mix in the kids on our
For
albums.
sure. That's one.
Oh
Almost-
yeah,
almost
well, it
every
works
single
great
time.
with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
I have a
Okay.
question for you.
Of course.
So, fishing for chips. I know that there's a story behind it, so I want to hear that story. What? That's the band name.
So, Fishing for Chips started as I worked with the drummer of my band, Larry, at the Hard Rock. Until the thing.
Yeah.
I was working at the Hard Rock, but we're all laid off now. So, but when I was working at the Hard Rock, I met this dude who was in a band, and I was doing San Diego punk down here and interviewing bands and stuff. And that's when I had just met you guys, and we were going to punk art bowling and stuff. And
Mhm.
and I had been in secondhand with Michael and Zach.
The Trolls.
And so once I was in secondhand, I kind of always knew I was a singer and wanted to get back out front. So I was talking to this drummer guy at work and like, hey, let's do another project. And we were just throwing around names. And what name originally came up was Fisting for Shits.
Nice. Wow.
That was my idea. And he was like, I don't think we can get shows that way. And I was
Wow.
like, why not?
Wow.
And so
Well, you're talking to
he
the
was like,
guy
"We
from
should do-"
Up Your Guts, so yeah, I get it.
yeah, exactly. So like we're on the same level,
Yeah,
but
hell
you know,
yeah.
with our music is more poppy and I don't have the voice you do, so it's like it's a different vibe.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
for
knew
sure.
it had to go a different way. So he was thinking, why don't we do fishing for something? And we were literally, he's a room service manager, so we were in the kitchen next to where they make all the chips. And I was like, what about chips? And we'll have like a fat guy trying to get the last chip in a bowl. And that was gonna be our logo. So we just kept the name and just kind of went with it, and we ended up with a shark thing because it worked for us.
How long has this band been again?
We're about 2 years now.
Okay, great. Wow. Fishing
Yeah.
for chips.
It was awesome. It's kind of, this pandemic kind of really shut us down. Like we were on a hit the ground running in 2020. We were doing like Casbah and House of Blues, and we were supposed to play POD and UL at the Belly Up during COVID, like in April something, and they canceled that. It was like a charity one, and we were like, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
so
bummer.
so now what are you guys doing? Are you writing new music or?
Yeah, we are. So actually, we're recording. I just finished the vocals 3 days ago. I've been recording our acoustic EP. We've been doing it on GarageBand, just between me and my guitarist, and
Okay.
we're just driving to each other's house with the files and editing it. So we have we're polishing that EP that's almost done, so that'll be out soon
Cool.
on all the things. And then we have 8 songs done with our next record,
Oh shit.
and so those are all done. I just got to do lyrics for them, and we already have our producers for that record listening through and doing notes. So we know as soon as the acoustic record's done, we can start immediately on the next one.
You guys are
So-
just crushing it. Then you got so much shit
so-
going on.
Yeah, we do. Like we're trying. We have new shirt lines coming out. We just did a joint with like a new merchandising guy down here who does Riot Scene. He does a lot of shows.
Yeah, I've seen
And
those
so
guys.
we're doing 5 new designs with them this year, and so we have a lot going on. But like obviously we're not
Can't go out
showing
and
it because it's
can't go
all
and play.
behind the scenes. Yeah. So
Does
we're
everybody
trying to,
in your band have as much energy as you?
Yeah, you're really
like-
happy.
Every
No, that's just Mitch
You're a happy
McSteamy,
guy.
ladies and gentlemen. He's fired up.
me.
I
He's
dig
calm
it.
right now. This is
I know.
mellow.
You're a happy
This
man.
is mellow. Well, I don't drink anymore, so I'm really mellow.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
Why aren't you drinking?
Oh.
It's fun.
It's been 2 years.
Wow,
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Good,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
man.
good for you.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
I'm not spitting in the wrong whiskeys anymore, Jeb.
Oh, so Kevin did want me to mention that. I
I
wasn't
knew
going
he
to.
would.
Yeah.
I gotta get ahead of it.
Yeah, I know.
I know how it works now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so speaking of Kevin, what are we going to do for Kevin Johnson Day
Yes,
this year?
we
I
need
think
to
I think we do something
discuss.
special.
I think we should. I think we need a new Kevin Johnson song, and I think we need to get people from all up and down the coast.
Yeah, we
But
can do it
it's,
digitally. We can
well,
talk because we can send
I'm
files. Yeah.
But I think it should be us unifying against Kevin Johnson.
Yeah.
I think it should be a really uplifting song because I think we give Kevin too much of a big head with the last Kevin song. You got to
Okay.
be a Kevin Johnson, and so now this song's gonna be what happens when you are a Kevin Johnson, where you end up.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good concept, right?
Paring
I
down
think it
of
should
the
be
idol.
like the follow-up, like keep it conceptual, like
Yeah.
just keep it going.
Yeah, and he's gonna listen to this, I know. So fuck you, Kevin Johnson.
Fuck you, Kevin Johnson.
This is the only
Hi, Kevin.
fucking sneak peek that you're gonna get. We're gonna talk behind the scenes for the rest of it.
Also, just hold on. For people who don't know Kevin Johnson, he's actually a really nice guy. Just so you know.
It's debatable.
I mean,
He's a troll bastard for sure.
He is.
Yeah.
He is a genuine good person to everyone who's not to everyone who's named Kevin Johnson.
Got it.
You cracked yourself up.
Oh, you
are
almost
you
fell
gonna
off.
fall down?
Take
Man
it
down.
easy. Holy
down.
shit. All right, so I wanted to ask you just a little bit. We're new to doing interviews. You've been doing a bunch of them for a while. I just wanted to get your best interview, your worst interview, and any tips that you might have for us, or any.
Oh, I have some great ones.
Okay.
So let's see. Well, this one I'm gonna say this was the worst an interview went, but it wasn't the worst interview. So at Romero's Concert Lounge in Riverside, where Jared runs that from. I think you. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't think I know.
Yeah. But he knows like Steve Savidra. He's part of the punk rock bowling crew.
Okay.
But So I interviewed HR's side project. HR from Bad Brains and Norwood from Fishbone was playing bass for him.
Wow.
So I got to interview those two. And when I went to sit down, it was a backstage, just 3-person couch. So they had me sit in the middle, and they were on either side of me. And I was like, holy shit, like, these are legends.
Yeah.
And HR, they both reeked of weed, obviously, what do you expect? But HR straight up, like, said, nice to meet you, and went like this and fell asleep on me.
Oh,
What
wow. Jesus.
And so I interviewed Norwood with HR sleeping on me for
That's
like 15
awesome.
minutes.
That is.
But because he was sleeping on me, I fucking couldn't hit the record button on my thing, and I fucking didn't record the entire interview, except for one video of Norwood going, hey, you're listening to San Diego Punk, right? Or you're watching it? And that was it.
Oh,
the
that
only interview.
sucks.
So I was like, fuck!
That's ridiculous.
So definitely make sure you're recording.
Okay.
It's definitely number one.
We've had those
We've
mistakes.
hit some of these issues already.
Okay.
It happens with everyone. It's very easy to not push a button.
Well,
And then definitely making sure you keep everyone involved. One problem I had is I tried to interview like full bands.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not easy to do when you have like the Addicts who are 7 people or whatever in a room, and they're not paying attention. They're all smoking. And so you ask a question and someone will answer someone else's, like, comment on someone else's answer, and then they go off, and then I have to try to repeat it, and it never works. So what you got to do in those situations is if someone comments on something you ask, just go with whatever they're commenting on. Just keep adding. Don't try to steer back. Don't worry about your question, because then realistically, it doesn't matter what your question is. People want to hear what they're saying.
Right.
So just let them fucking go.
That's
that
good
was
advice.
One big thing I learned. That was
That's
a big
good advice.
one.
So, anyways, I was asking you if you had any tips or anything like that. See, what I did, I steered it back. I was just being a dick.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Oh my God. Did anyone have some questions for Mitch?
I respect and like the pipe I think you're having, or is
I do. I have so I quit smoking too, but I went on the nicotine lozenges when I stopped cigarettes, and I got more addicted to the nicotine lozenges than I ever was cigarettes, and so I'm using
Look
the
at
pipe,
that.
and I just do tobacco, and I just do like little bits here and there to get just enough nicotine to like not have the withdrawalness, and then I can keep a level head and keep focused. And
What's
stuff.
the difference between your pipe, which almost looks like 1.5 feet, than opposed
it's
to
a
like
bit
a small pipe? I mean, how come that has to be so long?
Well, the reason that's actually a good question. I don't think it really matters, but the reason I got a long one is because I don't like how the smoke smells. Like I don't like the smell of cigarette stuff. I like
weird.
the feeling, but I don't like the smell if it's on my clothes and stuff. I like having a very clean smelling house and stuff. So I do the pipe so I can hold it like this, and I don't get the smoke all over my.
What
hand.
about making it even longer then?
That's what I'm saying. I might just have to fucking get a big PVC pipe and just put it there, and I'll text my girlfriend to load the pipe when I'm ready. And I'll just,
Wow, well, that's interesting. Thank you, because that is, you look like you're enjoying yourself, and I'm glad that you are. And I like pipes, so cool. Very cool.
It's a cool one. Yeah, this one's got a cool little wooden design on it.
Yeah, I see it.
Nice.
That is some sharpness.
Because I've been working on that fucking house. I've been getting into building stuff and like wood burning. So I've been building a Viking war axe for no reason. My Lavasa troll axe.
Nice.
Wow. That's fantastic.
That's killer, dude.
that's
All right, so I mean, you talked about it already, but like, what's next? I mean, you guys are you got albums and you got shirts and all that. Is San Diego Punk gonna be back up and running? More interviews coming up, or?
So San Diego Punk is gone.
Oh.
Oh, bummer.
Unfortunately,
That was a good run.
There's three of us who run it, but the guy who actually owns the site doesn't want to put time into it and doesn't want to keep paying for it. And even though me and the other guy were like, hey, let us pay for it and let us keep going with it.
Yeah.
He just like stopped communication and like got rid of our emails. So I don't have a San Diego Punk email anymore. Just no communication.
Well, start something new.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's
man.
exactly what I'm doing. So I have a podcast I actually started yesterday with a buddy of mine from Portland.
Congratulations.
That one's more of a history podcast, so we're going to be going over historic figures because he's a big history buff, and I'm kind of the non-history person. So he's going to give me, like an outline of like, here's background about this person. Let's get your take on it, and then I'll say like the perspective from a historian's.
Oh,
point
I
or
like
whatever.
that.
That's a good idea.
So our first one's William Henry Ellis, who was a Black African American born in the South, but he was born pale, and he faked his way into speaking Spanish and playing off that he was Spanish and made millions in the U.S. as a black guy, faking it as a Spanish dude.
What playing music or something or?
No, this was back in like
How did he
the
make
Revolutionary War days. So he was just like a politician and he did land deals and stuff. But it was just an interesting dude, and I was like,
Wow.
yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Hell yeah, that sounds awesome.
And then yeah, obviously I'm trying to do another music one too, because that's where it's just fun, you know. We get to talk to people like us that all do the same shit and have the same views and get to learn more about our shit and help each other out, you know.
Sweet. Jeff, did you have any questions before we let Jeff? I mean, before we let Jeff go? Yeah.
Before we fire Jeb and Mitch takes over.
Yeah. You can do that.
The coup d'etat has begun.
I have the same shirt and pants. I have a leftover crack shirt, and I can wear checkered pants too.
Okay, fuck you. First off, this is a Tom Jones T-shirt.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that's a good one too.
80th birthday today to Tom Jones.
But you did nail me.
Oh yeah, this is his birthday. Happy birthday, Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Sir Tom.
Wow.
Yeah, my quick question, Mitch. Answer. It's always a quick question. The answer takes a while. You said you're working on lyrics for your 8 new songs.
Yeah.
What's your process on creating your lyrics?
So I have a very kind of. It takes me a while to write songs. Because what I'll do is I'll start with an idea or a concept of like, okay, like, you know, for example, we have a ska song that's really upbeat on this album, and I want that song in particular, because it's a very happy sounding song, to be a more serious song, because we're kind of a goofy band. And so the way I try to do that is go, all right, goofier song, let's throw some serious shit in the lyrics.
Yeah.
Or serious song, let's call it Uh-Oh SpaghettiOs, or, you know, whatever.
Sure.
Just do the opposite of what people think you're going to do, is what I try to do.
I try to do that
But
too.
like, and then I try, and I know, especially Jeb does a lot of really good writing with that too, because he takes it in very different ways. Like, you think the chorus is gonna go one way, it goes a different way.
Yeah.
Which I commend your writing with that a lot.
Thank you.
Cheers to that.
For
All
sure.
right.
But yeah, so like I'll try to find a subject matter that really hits home, like whether it's you know, like Uh-Oh SpaghettiOs, for example, because you guys listened to it, was something I wanted to talk about. Hey, everybody fucks up and makes mistakes. Oh well, get over it. Like, let's move on. So I used literally, all right, what shit have I fucked up? Well, I got caught with a, you know, mini bottle of booze in my waistband in college at a football game, and the cop got me, you know.
And your
Put
dick
that
was
in the
out.
song. You know, parked somewhere and fucking, I didn't know how to drive stick and didn't put the fucking brake all the way on and started rolling backwards.
That's
so it's
happened.
all things that I did. For the most part, these are all real things I did. I just put it in a funny way and mix it up and mix all the circumstances so it seems ridiculous and like unobtainable. But
there was some line about you having your dick out and needed to wash it or something.
I remember that one.
So it was just finished cooking dinner and decided to beat my meat, but forgot to wash the peppers off. I was making chili.
Gonna make a video.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I was making chili and I had habaneros and I was cutting up the habaneros and I don't know what I was watching on TV, but I turned my gullets in the right way and I'm all, it might be time. And so I pulled off, you know, I was like, you know what, I'll put this on the stove and I'll go take care of myself and come back in a little bit. And then I didn't wash the peppers off beforehand.
Courtney, what's your
It was
thoughts?
nice burn.
I have no thoughts.
Yeah,
You
Courtney.
sure, Courtney?
No,
You're
I'm
being
good.
real quiet, Courtney.
Yeah.
You're making this weird. I feel
Jalapeno
like.
penis.
You guys are making this weird.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
Courtney, men masturbate. It's
I
fine.
get it.
Sometimes we have peppers on our
Hey,
hands.
no judgment from here.
Have
I
you-
just was, yeah.
Have you ever used a pepper to masturbate, Courtney?
Oh my god. Anyways, moving along.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna turn this into Howard Stern real quick. Get
Nah.
a pepper.
Yep. Let's get it.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
just kidding, Courtney. Love you. Sorry,
Yeah.
I make you uncomfortable with my general sense of being.
Yeah,
I
think
didn't.
that's kind of one of the subplots of the whole podcast is how uncomfortable can we make Courtney?
Oh yeah, that's
I
fun.
like that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
All right, Mitch. It was so great to talk to you.
Mitch, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Great hanging, guys.
Yeah,
great
Thanks,
it's
Mitch.
good to
Nice
see your
to meet
face,
you.
man.
Yeah, it is good
Even
to see your face.
Though people won't get to see it, I enjoy it right now.
I know, dude. I miss you guys. I want to try to make a trip up sometime. We've been
Okay.
talking about going through Santa Barbara up to Portland whenever we can open up and tour. So we should do some shows.
You let me know, man. We'll
For
book
sure.
all kinds of stuff around
One
here.
question: Do you ever cry or like have do you ever have a morning sadness, or you just like let's do jumping ropes? Jump.
You know, I am a very positive person generally.
I thank you for
just-
that. You've woken me up. I feel great about myself.
Well, I definitely am. I'm very much an energetic person.
Yeah.
But it definitely wears me out. Like I definitely feel it, but I don't know how to turn it off. Realistically, that's all it is. I just don't know how to relax. That's why I literally have to go to the stores and fill up on tons and tons of stuff.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I enjoy listening to you, and I think you should take over for Jeb 100%.
Fuck you.
And I think you're great. I think
Damn it.
you got a great pipe, you got a great head on your shoulders, and I'm looking forward to hearing of your music. And please, if you can, stop in Santa Barbara. It's on the way up to many other these cities:
Yeah,
San
for
Luis
sure.
Obispo, San Francisco, Portland, la. So
We have
try
a
to
guest
make.
room.
Of course, dude.
Please make an
Oh
effort.
yeah, whiskey Richards will go put the Decline on like 18 times on the jukebox again and fuck with all the locals.
That's what
I'm
I'm talking
down.
about. Hell
That
yeah.
sounds good.
All right, buddy. So good.
All right, guys,
See you,
great
dude.
seeing you.
Talk
Let's
to you
go
later,
off.
buddy.
Good day.
Later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Oh,
Mitch with the energy. Thanks, buddy. I don't know if you can hear me
is he still
anymore.
on?
Oh my god. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get to talk to Gabe today. Gabe or Buddy, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just at a loss for words. It's fine.
That's all
We'll-
right.
we'll
No,
try
no,
for
no,
another
no.
time.
Maybe I can get them later this week or something,
Yeah.
and we'll do it, and we'll pop it in, or we can do it later. We can have them on whenever. But I did just want to plug it one more time. Me, Will, and Courtney recorded a song for Santa Barbara music scene. It should be out any day. Me and Courtney did just Will's putting glue in his fucking mustache.
I thought you were joking.
He's rolling it on like chapstick.
He's looking at me all serious, and it just
I'm serious.
this is.
I want this fucking mustache to be thick and
Just
strong.
shave it.
Oh.
We didn't see it earlier. We just questioned, but now we're actually seeing it. He was serious.
No, it's hey.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What's wrong? Is it white all over there?
Yes.
It is white.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right. Is it? I'm sorry, but it's gonna be. Oh, do you have a hair dryer?
No, we
No.
don't. This is the studio.
Oh,
How
alright.
can I go on? What the fuck was I talking about? I can't look at Will when I'm
All
doing
right,
this.
don't do it. I'm gonna get it cleared in. It's gonna get in.
All right, you know what? Fuck it.
What is the goal?
It's
Just
to
to
make
clearly
it.
state it for our audience.
I'm sorry. I just didn't mean to make this about me. Go on, Jim.
No.
No, he wants to keep it out of his mouth, and he wants to grow it really long. So you got to split it and part it.
Oh, it
and-
doesn't taste good. I'll tell you that.
And the,
Oh!
and the wax
It's
doesn't.
fucking gorilla glue.
The wax
Wow.
doesn't keep it out of his mouth, I guess.
Is it meant
or the
for-
mustache stuff.
It's not meant. No, it's not meant for your face.
It is not. I don't know
I
where you
think
heard
that like maybe Elmer's
If
glue or
you
something.
have a better tasting glue, please feel free to reach out to us, and we would love to test it out.
Doesn't
We will
smell.
Get you feedback.
It doesn't smell,
No, not at all.
but it tastes bad.
Yeah.
What does it taste like? Styrofoam?
It's something stingy.
Something stingy.
It tastes stingy.
Wait, what else? You had something else getting in your mouth
Evergreen.
once before.
I got a lot of things that go in my mouth. All right, now let's say goodbye to everyone.
Okay. So Will's over there looking at the glue.
But,
What are you reading over there?
Is it made for wood?
Directions.
Is it made for wood? No, it's not made for wood. It's made for mustaches.
Done.
Jeff, I thought you said you had a story.
Yeah, let's hear your stories.
Oh, well, Jebediah, you probably remember from your visit. Do you remember Claudel?
Who is Claudel? Pizza guy?
No, my electric blue freshwater lobster.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dead.
Yeah, you killed him.
But
Did you eat
no,
him?
No, he just molted and didn't make it out. But I'm here to celebrate. The tank is open, and please welcome La Llama. Yes, La
What?
Llama Blanca,
Okay.
the white flame.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
I got
new
a
one.
new albino.
The white
Oh.
flame? Are you sure that that's what that means?
Yeah, I looked it up twice.
Okay.
I saw you look down on your phone a couple
yeah,
times, though.
Maybe.
No, I wrote it down.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
just another shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty much.
okay, cool.
You're just
Cool.
gonna kill it.
That's it.
It's lobster, right?
Lobster.
Yeah.
It's like a tiny little thing. It's
Best case scenario, I'll have it for 4 to 5 years.
Cool. That's great.
well.
I've had
What would
some
you
for
do?
much shorter.
What would you do if you had to evacuate and there was a fire? How would you transport that?
Yeah.
It's got to die.
I'm going to make sure that I survive and tell its story of heroics of trying to stay behind.
Got it.
What would you do if Courtney sent you one of these kittens? Just in a
That
box.
wouldn't work out. Yeah, that just wouldn't work out.
We would poke like holes in the box
I
and
mean,
stuff.
Sure,
no.
right.
pour
A
some kibble in
live
there.
kitten, I assume.
Yeah,
we're-
I mean, hopefully.
sending me a live kitten.
I'm not sending you.
We could
I would
UPS
ask
Reddit.
around, and I would find somebody who would give it a great home.
Why? Why don't you? You seem like you're a cat guy. You're kind of attacking Will a little bit for bird guy, but it seems like you could be a cat guy.
I knew he was attacking me. I got that too.
No, he
I got
wasn't
it.
attacking you.
I absolutely could be a pet person. I just don't want the responsibility.
Yeah.
I hear ya.
And that's one of the things, like bird people who own birds.
Yeah, it is.
It's
You have to be
longer-term
on.
responsibility.
It's
It's
a
more than a
long-term.
dog person commitment. It's more than a freshwater
miserable.
crawfish commitment. Yeah, it's just a different
Actually,
character of.
that makes me wonder. When you leave birds, you can't like put like a food thing in there and leave them for a couple days.
Oh no.
No, you can't. It's always
Uh,
someone has to be there every day, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
We make fresh food for them every single day. You can put birds seed, but they can't eat. This is a long story, but
Yeah.
my point is, it is fresh food, even if it's not eaten.
What do you,
It
what
is
do you make
thrown
them? Just
away.
like fruit and shit?
Fruit and a little bit of cheese, a little bit of nuts.
They eat
little bit-
cheese?
Yeah, they even eat their own. They
Shit.
get the chicken bones. We don't give them that. My parents have been vegetarians for 40 years. They're going to be vegetarians. But my doctor
Oh.
says they need to have some chicken bones to get calcium and iron or whatever, and they
Weird.
love it. I said that's too fucking carnivorous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carnivorous.
Carnivorous.
Almost.
Carnivorous.
No, dude. Carnivorous. We did it.
Carnivorous.
So
God.
my pet might live for 5 years.
Right.
So different levels of responsibility. I just identify it. So please, Will, I was not coming at you for being a pet person. I'm just recognizing, oh, you're really responsible in the world I live in.
That seems like a lot. So we have a cat besides the kittens, but it's super easy. You can just put food out on the porch, and she barely comes inside anyways.
Well, Will knows. He's the one who comes and
that's
checks
true.
on her.
Because we have a Will. We have a generous friend
Yeah,
and neighbor that comes
awesome.
by and makes
Checks.
sure that she's okay.
I can be gone for up to probably 10 days.
Wow.
Just put like a little block of food in there.
No, you just you just load up the week before, and then it's like, good luck, you'll be fine.
Wow.
And I've come back every time, and they're still there. So
Okay.
Oh man. Hey guys, let's wrap this thing up, and we'll talk next week. What do you think?
Sure.
please.
All right.
Shout out to Poland, our lone listener out there, maybe two. Thank you.
Yeah, we've
Thank you,
got some randoms this week, from all over the place.
They're popping up all across the country. Now we're getting almost making it around the globe.
That's right. Let's keep it going too. All right, that was our show, everyone. Thank you for listening. Sounds Like Nonsense podcast. We appreciate you guys picking us. I know there's a lot out there to listen to, so we appreciate your time. Thanks for all the bands that were on this week. We got No Divide. I'm going to let Courtney wrap up a little bit more, but we got No Divide. We had Plot, Fishing for Chips. Next week, we have Adolescence. I don't even know who the other guys are yet. We have so many new submissions to get through.
Yeah, thank
so
you guys for
Yeah.
submitting.
Thank you for
everything.
submitting.
Yeah, everything.
Give us your ghost stories. We still haven't got one from you guys. We got the phone number out there. What is the phone number, Courtney? She
I
doesn't know.
don't
It's
have the thing.
805-697-7070. And leave us some jokes and stuff. I'll have some that I'm going to mix in this week. But final thoughts, everybody.
We just want to thank you for coming here for a moment of levity.
Yeah. Last week was a little bit heavier, so
It's a heavy
we're
time.
going to try to just keep the laughs going and keep some new music going. Jeff, what says you?
Keep having conversations with people. Keep
Yep.
learning. Keep an
Yep.
open mind.
Keep growing.
Thanks for listening. Have
Yeah.
a great week.
Will?
You guys have a great week. We'll talk to you next week. If you're ever in a fire, figure out what you're going to take with you.
Not dog skulls. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much, Jeff. We'll talk to you later, man.
Take care,
See
Jeff.
you
Have a good
soon.
week,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right, deuces. See ya.